Okay, hello. My name is Rowdy Red, and today we'll be conducting Demetri Demi's interview. As my shadows, I have Evelyn and Seymour and D'Angelo. My supervising shadows are going to be Pedlet and Dr. O'Brien. Today, Demetri will be conducting your interview, which will consist of three categories. First, being your micros. We just want to make sure that you have all 20 of them to be successful here at HP. After your micros, we'll be going over your RP, MD, and HP rules. After we go over the rules, we will ask you a series of questions. There will only be 10, three coming from me, and then I will pass it over to my colleagues. Do you have any questions before we get started?
No, ma'am. Let's get it.
All right, I know that's right. If you don't mind, go ahead and start dropping your macros. Please allow 2 to 3 seconds in between so you don't get muted in the chat.
All right.
All right, Dimitri, those look good. Thank you so much for that. So now we'll go ahead and jump straight into the rules. I'll go ahead and get started with the HP rules.
All right.
All right, HP rules is as follow. Do not resuscitate patients on any street surrounding the hospital. PvP, that is our blue territory events or army base. Do not serve patients who have their weapons drawn. Do not stand still on the main lobby floor. Do not go AFK while on duty. That is a 3-day ban, demotion, and all funds returned. Only two staff members may be at each desk in rank order. The rank order is brown, maroon, blue, white, then green. Up to three may line up down the hallway, also in the same ranking order. If your medication wait time is over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or med deliveries. If the wait is under 5 minutes, you just want to wait in the cafeteria. Do not use the front door. Only rank 6 plus may enter through the front, and only rank 7 plus may use the front parking lot. Do not spawn the bus. You must have a DCP or CP permission. All radio checks are mandatory. And you cannot attend the PvP territories without a rank 7 plus. Do you have any questions about the HP rules?
No, ma'am.
All right, and we'll go ahead and jump into the RP rules. I Do have to read the AFK abuse. AFK abuse using any errors, vulnerabilities, unaccounted features of the game mode and or third-party programs, clickers, macros to prevent disconnection from the server due to inactivity. This includes practices like AFK farming, where players stay inactive with the game open. Punishment: account ban for 3 days. RP13, faction NRP, non RP behavior within the game factions, including unlawful release of prisoners or execution of civilians by the police. Punishment: exoneration from the faction and or from 30 minutes in one state jail to 3 days of ban. RP14, sexual harassment, any form of non consensual sexual actions, including simulation, explicit dialogue actions, use of ethnic and or LGBT slurs or excessive attention. All sexual actions require OOC consent. Such actions should not occur in public or frequently visited areas. Punishment: 60 minutes mute or 24 hours up to 30 days ban. RP15, disruption of faction operations, intentionally provoking faction members for entertainment or disrupting faction operations is prohibited. Punishment: 30 minutes in one state jail. RP16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts toward emergency personnel are prohibited. Punishment from 90 minutes in one state jail to 12-hour ban. Do you have any questions about the RP rules?
No question.
All right, moving on to the MD rules. MD1, refusal to provide medical assistance. Refusing to provide medical assistance, including performing CPR, giving meds without a justified RP reason, as long as there is no threat to the medic's life, including situations when armed players are present at the scene. Punishment: 1 reprimand. MD2, providing medical aid during dangerous situations, selling medication or resuscitating players in situations that threaten the life and health of both the medic and the player, included but not limited to during an escalated conflict, an active shootout, a turf war. Punishment: 1 warning. MD3, compliance with project rules. Medical personnel are required to comply with all established project rules. Punishment: from 1 warning to 1 reprimand, depending on the faction leader's decision at that time. Improper RP behavior, that is MD4, failure to adhere to RP rules when interacting with players while providing medical assistance or communicating with faction colleagues. Punishment: 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD 4.1, disrespectful behavior. Disrespectful behavior towards any player. Punishment: 1 reprimand or dismissal, depending on the faction leader's decision at that point in time. MD 4.2, non-compliance with orders. Failure to comply with leadership orders or to observe the chain of command within the faction. Punishment: 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD 4.3, assault on civilians. Assaulting civilians with a taser, weapon, or fist without an RP reason. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD5, use of weapons. Medical personnel are strictly forbidden from using any weapons. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD6, criminal activity, intentionally associating with gangs, committing major crimes, including but not limited to theft, vandalism, murder, or joining factions during activities where medic participation is not intended. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD7, use of service vehicle for personal purposes, using official medical transport for personal travel when not on duty, including for civilian jobs. Punishment: 1 warning. MD 7.1, use of personal vehicles, using personal vehicles instead of service vehicles to perform faction duties. Punishment: 1 warning. MD 8, unauthorized issuance of recovery notes, issuing medical certificates outside of a hospital, issuing medical certificates for monetary compensation. Punishment: 1 warning. Do you have any questions about the MD rules?
No question.
All right, great. So we'll go ahead and jump into the questions. My first question for you is, why do you want to join the medical faction?
Because I want to be a part of the system that helps people and heal people.
I know that's That's right. We all love caring and helping each other in our patients. My next question is how would you handle a high stress situation during a emergency call run?
I would get there in a hasty manner and make sure that whoever it is in emergency or ask them if they fine or what can I do to help.
Okay, okay, that sounds good. If you are in any situation where you are on emergency call runs and there is a whole bunch of conflicts such as shooting around the person that is calling, you just want to make sure that you put your life first and flee the scene. Fortunately, don't pick him up because you don't want to get shot in the crossfire.
Okay, correct. Gotcha.
All right, and always record and report. My next question to you is what does patient privacy mean to you?
Patience, privacy.
Yes,
Uh, I feel it's important. I feel everybody privacy should be respected.
I totally agree with you. Now I'm going to pass it over to one of my colleagues. Seymour, do you have any questions for Demetri?
No.
You said no?
Yeah.
So, in order for you to get credit, you have to ask at least two questions.
We can come back to you, Seymour. Evelyn, do you have any questions for Demetri?
Yep, hold on a second.
No problem.
Who can spawn? I'm sorry. On which day can you spawn the bus?
On which day can I spawn the bus?
Yep.
I think it could be any day as long as I get confirmation from a higher ranking, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to spawn the bus unless you get a like a DCP or CP. Is it DCP or CP? Sorry, permission. But you probably would never get it.
Right. So I go to a DC or a DCP in order to get confirmation.
You don't have to because they'll probably spawn the bus by themselves if they need it.
Okay.
All right, just don't spawn the bus. My second question is, what is the punishment if you go AFK when you're on duty?
3 day ban.
Yeah, 3 day ban, demotion, and all funds returned. These are my two questions. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that, Miss Evelyn. And I am going to pass it over here to D'Angelo. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I got questions. My questions are: what is the MD rule?
MD rule.
Yes, just give me one MD rule.
No standing out in the lobby unless someone tell you to.
Yeah, we're not supposed to stand in the lobby, or it's down the hall or behind the desk.
Okay.
My second question to you is: when I'm allowed to go outside the front door?
You are never allowed to go outside the front door or come in the front door.
Correct. Only six rank six and higher can go out the front door.
Gotcha.
That would be my questions.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna go back over here. Blocker Flocker, you done snuck up in here, ain't it? You got two questions for Demetri?
Block of flock.
Oh, sorry, are you talking to me?
I said yes. You done snuck up in here. Do you have two questions for Demetri?
Oh, yes, I do. I apologize for sneaking up on you like that. Okay, so Demetri, my two questions for you is this: where are the three places you're not supposed to resuscitate patients?
You should never take a patient to the second floor. You should never take a patient to the cabinet or the closet with a meds. You should never take a patient. And you should never take a patient to the break room, the cafeteria.
Let me say the question again. Where are the places? Give me three places where you're not supposed to revive any players.
Oh, okay. You should never revive a person during any gang activity, shootout. Um, any hostile environment. Uh, and you should never outside the hospital.
Yeah, let me help you. The places that you're not supposed to revive players, any area surrounding the HP, the PvP zones, and gang territories, and also the green zones. So you're not supposed to revive any players, or you're not supposed to be seen, you know, associating with gang or reviving any players around those areas. My second
And
question for
army
you is
base
this.
too.
Yeah, and army events. I apologize. My second question for you is this. Uh, when you out on your medrun, doing probably CPR runs or med runs, and you encounter someone who has been shot dead, and he's asking you just because you're a medic, he needs you to perform a CPR or give medications and all that. Do you think it's a proper thing to do? You being a medic, since you're here to save lives, do you think it's okay to administer medications like that?
Like Miss Rowdy Red said, um, I must first prioritize my safety and make sure that even if I do consider that nothing will happen to me or no bullets are flying. So if I feel like the only way it's acceptable is if that person is it's a scene is not hostile and it's just him out there or somebody that's with him that's not carrying a gun. I think it's okay.
I bet, but let me just do help you a little though. So let's say you outside doing your med runs and CPR runs. Yeah, if it's an old style situation, you can just get back in your vehicle and drive off. But let's say if you're out of service and then you see somebody on the road, dying or like asking you for help, you're not supposed to help that person, except from you come in the HP and you know you come in the HP and then shit. Yeah, you come in the HP and just in service. When you're in service, that's when you can you can do anything like that. But if you're not in service, if you're out of service, you cannot give or you cannot administer medications outside.
Okay, gotcha. So in other words, like when I announce that I'm out of service, that means I shouldn't be out. I can't help anybody with medical attention, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you. That's my two questions.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Blocka Flocka. Um, Mr. Seymour didn't have any questions, so he just left the area. I'm gonna pass it off to my supervisors back here in the back. Um, Dr. O'Brien or Pele, do you guys have any questions?
I just have one. If
Okay.
someone refuses medical treatment, what should you do?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Say it again.
If someone refuses medical treatment, what should you do?
If they refuse, then there's really much nothing I can do. I mean, should I let a white coat know if they refuse? I can't force them to take it, right?
If they refuse, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to even notify anybody. If it's like, I refuse it, then you're good to go, move on with your day.
Okay.
Dr. O'Brien? So, say we're all on floor one, and you see myself and Miss Rowdy Red getting into a heated argument. What should you do in that situation?
So two head rankings arguing. What should I do? I mean, common sense was just. I would speak from common sense. I would say I would just try to, uh, if I could, I would try to de-escalate the situation, but or I just go to another white coat and see if they can de-escalate the situation.
All right, you got the first part correct. You want to try to de escalate the situation. You want to bring us up to floor two, but you also want to have that body cam going. That way you can have your proof of what happened. Because if you go to another white coat and try to bring them into the situation, by the time you guys get back to us, we could be done arguing, and it's hearsay at that point.
Okay, de-escalation.
Always
Correct.
make sure the cam is on.
Okay, body cam level two, de-escalation.
Correct. So you always want to have that body cam rolling, and then you can don't even have to go to get another white coat. You just strictly record and report, and we'll get um, we'll get what's coming to us in the end.
Okay, Dr. O'Brien. So I have a question about the body cam.
Okay.
So his body cam is IRL screenshot, right? I mean, screen recording, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
All right, and I believe that concludes all of the questions that we had for you here. Do you have any questions for any of us?
No sirs and no ma'ams.
All right, so this will conclude Demetri's interview.